Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Howdy, guys. I'm playing a different character today. I'm going to,
So this is how heroes get by between grand adventures.
Back there.
Can't carry
It's a
two
good
bags
thing
of
you
scat
were
at
looking out
once.
for that cliff.
I don't know who makes up the scat rules,
I can hear them every day.
so I'm
Anytime
going
it
to
gets quiet.
finish this part out, because it's fast and
Fear.
easy.
I just happened to be the rear guard that day.
Then I'm going to do the storyline again.
Here.
Belly rubs are a sure way to make fast friends of the journey kit.
I had to hit F 3 times to get it to pick up. Now, it's possible the F key is going south on my keyboard, but it's not likely. So I'm going to get this done because I need a heart done for my daily. And the rest of the daily should get done by working through the new content. Godspawn. So I'll be doing that for the second time.
Your turn for dung duty,
Multiple
Wayfinder.
tries
A
again
clean
before
pen
it would
makes
pick
for a
up the
healthy
scat.
journey.
Now, I can understand my character's unwillingness to pick up the scat, but he's supposed to do what I tell him to do.
Many journey kit love having their heads pet. Just watch the whiskers. They're quite sensitive.
It's not scratching. These are cats. You scritch them. Shouldn't have to tell people this. Good evening to whomever has joined me. Happy Thursday. And that is a little cause for celebration, as it means tomorrow is Friday. And that means weekend. Woot. Now granted, pretty much there's not a lot of difference between weekend and weekday for me. As an old retired fart, but I do remember the importance of them.
Bring back some meat scraps from your recent hunts. Your journey kit will surely thank you.
Have a little meatsies.
Many journey kit love having their heads pet. Just watch the whiskers. They're quite sensitive.
I wonder why I keep swapping my weapons. It's because the petting animation takes an inordinately long time. And if you swap weapons, animation cancels. Well worth it for the time savings. Because otherwise the cat petting or scritching or whatever takes like 8 or 10 times as long. And this should do it. Alright, there we go. We will open these up. I think the oblige, because I don't know any better. And the curious lowland honeycomb. I still have my 6 points. I have 17 more hours on my buff, so there's no need to
Enough said.
rebuff. Now, we're going to go ahead and start the new content. Trial and error. Bonk. Read the mail. I've read it. I'm going to be skipping over anything that's skippable and just basically doing the content this time. Alright, off to the Dermond Priory I don't know if this character's been there. Answer is no. But fortunately, it's not terribly far away from this waypoint in Lion's Arch.
You ever stop training?
New waypoint. This character has not had an enormous amount of map completion on him. But I developed something of an affection for him, and yay! The radial is back, boys and girls. The mount radial is back. Well, before I enter, I'm going to go ahead and grab a hero point. Don't need it, but, you know. I'm here. It's here. Bong.
How far back does the history here go?
Hundreds of years. In some cases, 1,000 or more.
Trial and error in the Dermont Priory.
Commander, look at this place. No wonder they keep it under lock and key. Never could convince any priory to let me have a peek at these shelves. Now that I'm in, I might never leave. Is that... Burn me, they've got both copies. What else are they hoarding in here?
We'll have plenty of time to browse later. The books aren't going anywhere. Farah, however...
Gix said an archivist, Sestina, would show us to Farah's station. Let's start there.
I have mentioned this before, but a Sestina, which is the name of the archivist, Sestina is a really nifty kind of poem. It doesn't have rhymes, it has word repetition. Basically, you choose 4 words, and they are the last word in each of the 4 lines of each of the stanzas, but the orders are rotated. And so it doesn't have rhyme, it has sort of repetition.
Welcome.
Instead.
Gix said to expect you.
It's also a very difficult
Sestina, Farah's mentee.
form of
I'm holding down the fort
poetry
while
to,
she's...
to
Honestly,
use
I
to
have
make,
no idea
to
what
create
she's
from.
doing or where she is. Nobody does. It's very unlike her.
This has
Gix
been
said the same.
your
She doesn't seem the
random
type to
piece
just
of
run off.
information that Lens knows
Even her research
that nobody's
station
really
looks
going
like
to
she
care
abandoned
about.
it mid-thought.
Update for today.
Here, come see for yourselves. Farah's been spearheading our Titan research efforts, gathering notes on history, biology, etc.
Blah, 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 blah.
Hoping to find some sort of exploitable weaknesses. Of interest to you 3, I'm sure.
You have no idea.
As is Farah's well-being.
I can empathize with why she'd feel so invested.
Obsessed, more like. Your last encounter with that 3rd Titan Ura sent Farah down an absolute rabbit hole. I've known her to get absorbed in her
So we
work,
just followed the
but
trail
this
of rabbit
time,
pellets.
She was a woman possessed. Leading up to her disappearance, she was
Easy.
buried under tomes at her station all hours of the day. I wondered if she might be sleeping there. And then she was gone.
I worked with people who slept under
Here
their
we are.
desks.
Buried under tomes. You weren't kidding.
I've been trying to sort through it all.
Guys would go
Thought
to
maybe
the
there'd be
fitness
some
center
clue
to
in her
shower.
research as to where she went. But as
Go
you can
back,
see, it's a
work,
daunting job
and
for
sleep
one
under
person.
their desk.
We'll take it from here. Let you know if we find anything.
Some of them even would change clothes. Sadly, only some of them.
Anything of note, Commander?
Well, yes. Though it probably doesn't help our search much. It's some notes and first-hand accounts by the Coden. And us. Suppose the ward would keep the Priory informed. The Coden accounts seem aligned with ours. Spawn titans led by progenitors, strange communication methods, bloodstone thirst.
Probably doesn't
Hard
help our
neon.
search, but
Early
it's good
start on
info.
neoning this evening.
Let's take note, but keep looking. You look focused, Commander. Find something?
Maybe. It's about the Titans and their environments. Kate has her own section in this one.
Oh,
You're talking about Greer's
God.
effect on the swamp ecosystem.
The
One
uninterruptible
of the
conversation
lowlanders
system
made
has
similar
got to
comments.
fucking go, ArenaNet.
don't even remind me
It
of
makes
that
playing
putrid
through the
place.
content multiple times
This must be from when I was
excruciating.
speaking with the tree tenders.
And
What
for a game
else?
that gives you so many
Mentions the
reasons
Titans
to
merging
play
with their
alts,
environments.
to require
And
you
Ura's
to
steam
listen to
walls might
all
be a
this
clue to her
time
location.
after time after time,
Now we're getting
it's
somewhere.
fucking
Where there's steam,
terrible.
there's...
A geyser, perhaps?
Farah seems to think so. She suggests Mount Balrior.
What are we waiting for?
Before we go chasing geysers up and down the aisles,
It's
let's
fucking,
be sure
it's
there's
just
nothing more
terrible.
to see here.
This feels like filler.
I'm coming up empty.
is what it
How
feels
about you
like.
two?
Same, I'm afraid. Commander?
Sistina was right about Farah becoming obsessed with this research.
Fucking believe
Her
it.
journals say she was running a side project on the
Yeah, we
Mist-type
can't have him
storms
running
and
through the content in 20
connection to the
minutes, so we're
Titans.
going to put in,
I can see why she
let's say,
picked the two
100
connected.
minutes of forced
How, I'm
listening to
not so certain.
conversation.
Well, neither was she. She wonders if the
In the
storm's
first time
energy
through, it's
amplifies
great.
bloodstone,
I
drawing
love
the
it.
Titans to its power.
The second time
Would
through,
explain their
usually not
fixation
bad,
on
but
it.
frankly, I wanted to get through this in a
She's still
reasonable
not sure
time.
what the energy
and
is,
it's just
or if the Titans
excruciating
influence
after
the
that.
storms as they do other environments. At
Give me
least,
back the
none of
weird,
journals leave
oblique,
off.
face-to-face
Maybe she
conversation
found a lead and rushed
from
off
Core
to
that I could
test it,
skip.
confer with someone, panic.
Hopefully not
It's
the last.
dreadful.
We may need to do the same.
Well, now I've learned we don't hit any of the ones that look like magnifying lenses, pardon the phrase. We only hit the ones that look like that. Stars, the quest ones. It's just freaking terrible, that's all. Alright, done. No, not done. Did we not get the one out of here? Oh, there's not. See, that I'm not going to do. I think I have to.
That
Yeah, I
scrawling
had
looked
to.
rather frantic. Should we be alarmed?
She's in Janthir's sentry.
So
Found
infuriating.
something in her research, then left in the middle of the night. Doesn't say what.
Did she give an exact location?
No, but the area near Mount Balrior still seems like our best bet.
Let's tell Sistina what we know, then move out.
Just more and more to me, and I don't like saying this, it feels like the Guild
You
Wars 2
found
team
something.
is killing
Farah's
time
in
for
Janthir's
whatever
sentry.
projects, other projects are
She's made
being
a
worked
breakthrough
on.
in her research.
Or
What
they
is
simply
it?
have such a small team that they can't
That
do
we're
any
not
better
sure
than
of.
this.
But she's been stitching together all sorts of
But this-
threads regarding the Titans' behavior.
Godspawn is a huge disappointment.
Particularly their relation to Bloodstone and Mist's hides. She also thinks Ura is hiding in a
Spear's
geyser-heavy
nice.
area.
Legendary spear. It
For
also
all we know,
requires
she could be out there
a
trying to track
hilariously
Ura
large
down
amount
herself.
of materials.
What is she thinking? Going to those aisles alone
Or
and
spending
not
a
telling
hilariously
anyone?
large amount of money.
Sanctioned field work is one thing, but this is a death wish.
We should be able to extract her
convergence seems
without
good.
much issue. Provided she hasn't done anything too rash.
Everything about this is rash. Go,
they
find her,
fixed,
and extract some foolishness from her while
Janthir
you're
Sentry,
at it.
so it's now,
We'll do
instead
what
of
we
being
can.
an
Best we get
incredible,
going.
Meet you
long
there, Commander. We'll notify the
drudge.
Alliance and let the Lowland Council know to expect us.
grind and terrible. Now it's much faster and terrible. And frankly, I feel a little lied to. Now, that's strong, granted. But the implication, at least the one I got, from their postmortem on Soto, was that they basically said, okay, we had 2 maps, and then we took a 3rd map and divided it up into 3 parts, and that wasn't good. So what we're going to do this time, we're going to give you 2 maps, we're going to enhance the 2 maps, and then we're going to have a 3rd map. Well, we didn't get 2 maps. The first map's great, the second map's a piece of crap that they spent. It feels like 10% of the design timeline, maybe less. Janthir Sentry is, and I still maintain, is the single worst open world content map they've ever done. Which means that of their 3 last content drops, we had the second worst content they've ever had, period, which was the 3rd part of Nyos. The only thing worse than that was the tunnel in Gyala Delve. Then they had a good first map here, and then the worst open world map they've ever had in the game. That is not a combo platter. Head to Janthir Sentry to look for Pharaoh. Alright, we're back off to the... So, to me, it feels like the team is really undermanned because the content that's coming out isn't very good. Anybody down there fighting it? Let me return to this guy's skill. There's something down there, probably a champion. Yeah, champion, and no one is fighting it, so I won't. Certainly not going in myself. So it just feels like a big chunk of ArenaNet is working on something else. And we know they're working on at least one other project. And it feels like Guild Wars 2 is suffering for it. Did I not finish this map out on this character? I thought I had. But it doesn't look like it. Oh, on account of we've got a Vista over here. No, I hadn't. Not quite. So we're missing 9 POIs. They are scattered all over, but mostly in this part. Eight.
Refreshing. I am death incarnate.
Damn it, wrong button. Hit the wrong button multiple times. Why did that guy come for me? That was not friendly. It's not the sort of thing a friend would do at all. Yeah, major. Cash, and we'll just go in. So, I doubt I'll be playing Guild Wars 2 tomorrow, frankly. I mean, at least on stream. Just, I'm so disappointed with the content.
I was manufactured to the highest standards.
Loki, this is a surprise. You seem in good spirits.
When we told the Lowland Council our plans, he jumped at the chance to help.
Better to put myself to use than mope
Enemy,
around.
nice.
Plus, it's one less
One more
worry
combo
for my
skill, and
paw.
we'll have the daily complete.
Got plenty enough of that. Get to it, shall we? So, this Farah, she's a researcher and kin to our Malice, yes?
Well, she was Flame Legion originally. So more like what a Northern Coden is to a Lowlander.
Ah, a long-lost cousin.
Well, yes, I suppose so. Lost, at the very least.
I'm Death Incarnate. Just so you know. Conned him up. remember my rotations.
What's that ahead?
That's the problem with playing
Seems their
all
timetables
27
are storm
specs.
patterns, and they match Farah's writing from the looks of it.
Unless the field sprouted notes of its own. I take it we're on the right track.
That's right, Mal. Let's just run into combat.
Such might!
Such might! I'm mighty mighty. Just letting it all hang out.
More pages ahead.
Carrying needed supplies on foot is heavy enough. Who drags along their weight in paperwork?
Someone from the Priory?
A researcher, obsessed. Huh. Interesting.
Titan spawn! We're surrounded. Weapons ready!
Can't finish a damn thought without these things interrupting.
I'm evidently death incarnate. At least if you believe me.
That's all of them.
As I was saying, they're field notes on spawn emitting steam and sulfur, characteristic of Ura.
Aligns with Farah's work. If she's documented them, I'd suppose
steam
she's met them.
and sulfur, they're
Is she
having an
equipped to
eruption.
defend herself?
Volcanic.
It's rare a Priory scholar
Iceland.
is also
Started
skilled in
last night.
combat.
Not too
Best
far
we
away
get to
from
her
the
before
city.
any more spawn do.
On me.
Farah? Hold on, we're almost there.
Where's she hiding? Farah Fawcett Majors? That's a surprise. Bale Seeker. Okay, not Farah Fawcett Majors then. That's a big wacky stick she's got.
Careful! Careful!
What do you got for us, Farah?
Should be all of them. Are you hurt, Farah?
Ooh, that wasn't bad DPS,
fine.
given that I don't know what
It's
I'm
my
doing.
study that's ruined. You killed my specimens.
Shut your hole.
You were cornered. What was your exit plan? Paper cut them to death?
Thank you, Pokey.
It's called observation. Just because you see something doesn't mean you have to kill it, you know.
Actually, kind of does.
Force of habit.
Regardless, going in these wilds alone is a fool's move. As is not telling anyone you're here.
Idiot.
Gix
Fool.
was so concerned he asked us to track you down.
Stupid head.
Sestina is worried sick.
Worried wyverns, those two. Figured I'd be back before they noticed. Guess it has
Yeah,
been
well,
a few
you're not
days.
very smart.
Well, since you're here, I've
I
got
have
a
known a
job
fair
you might
number of
like.
professors who
Puts
were,
all that aggression to use.
They were
Follow
narrowly
me.
focused, let's say.
What's this job, exactly?
Testing a theory. So, those spawn
trying to
I
place
was
the voice.
observing, I'm certain they're
She was
Urus.
important.
But for now, take a look around.
I
We're
think
not far from the sulfur baths. But notice the difference?
Maureen. I think it might be a
Smells less
rainforest.
like a rotten egg in a smelting oven.
True, the air is fresher and clearer.
I think
Don't
Aurene.
see any steam, do you?
Nothing to cloud up the sun. You've been charting weather patterns here. Why?
To keep track of him.
Yep, pretty sure. They tend to use a relatively small cast of recurring voice actors, presumably ones who live in the Pacific Northwest. For, you know, minor characters, secondary, tertiary characters.
I've been watching him since I arrived. Each day, he ventures further out, expanding his territory. But the moment the
but I
rain
figured it
clears,
out, guys.
he scurries back to the baths.
You've been studying the storms. Your notes said they seem to bolster the Titan's power.
Appreciate you keeping up on my work. Now you can help me test that very theory. And better we do so with the spawn before we face its progenitor. He's large enough to approximate Ura, physically and biologically. But he's weaker. We learn him, we learn Ura.
We came to rescue her from danger, and here she is, ready to toss us right into it.
But she does have a point. If we're going to kill Ura, we need our strategy set beforehand.
Knew you'd see reason. You get ready. I'll get in place for observation.
Want to check. North 2. Farah. Bale. Seeker, I think it was. Voice. Do we have a voice entry? No, we do not. Not yet. Pretty sure, really sure, it's Aurene. Where exactly is he? All the way over there. Well, let's mount up then. Everyone with me? Everyone keeping up? No, not really. Everyone? Is everyone ready to play?
During this trial, I'll be asking some questions for my research. Don't overthink, just answer.
Resistance.
His hits aren't landing as hard.
Seems he's losing stamina.
Yeah, but evidently we killed him too fast, or almost killed him too fast, because now he's invulnerable. There, we killed him.
This is going right to the Priory Library for display.
How are you so cheery about all of this? Doesn't it piss you off? What these things did to us? To everyone?
They're fascinating beings. Powerful, mysterious, on a scale all their own.
Aurene's
And
voice.
perfectly indifferent to us. What use is moral outrage toward...
Farah, Bale, Seeker, Aurene. Nope. Nobody has said anything about it on the
An
internet.
obvious difference in the spawn's strength.
Trust me, I'm right.
So if we can confront Ura during a break in the storm, we may have a chance.
We still need to scope out her lair.
I've noticed a high concentration of Titan spawn at the base of Mount Balrior since I arrived.
Then there's a good chance Ura is hiding at the top and having her spawn guard the place. We may have some luck on the timing of this. Before we left, I caught word of a storm report from the ward. They're predicting a break in the storms within the next few days. If they're right, we'll need to act fast.
Let's aim for the day after tomorrow, but no later. That'll give us time to prep and get word out.
Malice and I will head to Lion's Arch and inform the Alliance.
I'll go tell Pa. He'll want time to call a council meeting.
That leaves the Astral Ward. I'll make my way to the tower now.
Doodly doopy doo doo. No, not yet. All right. They were waiting for me. Really, ArenaNet, you know what would be nice is if you didn't put the stars for going into content right next to a shitload of monsters. Just saying. Just putting that out there. I mean, there's an annoying one for one of the acts or one of the storylines for the Norn Chapter 1 with the Jotun right near the little Jotun area. There's always two guards standing right next to the green star, so you get attacked the instant you come out. I am going to take advantage of there being
The feline
there was
companions
being
of the lowlanders. What do they call them?
nope, it's still going. It's still going. I got here too late. I get nothing. You get nothing, sir. Good day. Disappointment. Disappointment. Off to the Wizard's Tower, where we get more people talking at each other, unskippably.
Where is everyone? Never seen it so empty in here.
Yeah, it felt like it had an awful lot of padding.
My people were in danger.
This story when I did it 2 days ago.
Irony
And now I'm
so
seeing
rich
how
I
much
could
padding.
gild the
90% of it is
tesserae with it.
padding. Unskippable.
We're in the middle of something.
You know,
Are you oblivious or just dense?
I'm oblivious and
It's me.
dense.
Oh, thank the stars.
Make it unskippable the first time through. And then anyone who's already gone through it once
can't
can
stand it
skip
any
through the
longer.
conversational
They've been
stuff.
arguing for days.
Please,
Literal
ArenaNet.
days.
I'm trying to have a discussion. But it's off derailed by my interlocutor's perpetual outbursts.
A discussion? That's what you called that tirade of yours earlier? Think they heard you in the Shiver Peaks.
Go address the room. If you don't have a report, make something up before they get a second wind.
Fortunately, I have some news. We located Farah, the missing researcher, and Janthir Sintry. She was conducting some extracurricular studies on Ura's spawn and the bolstering effects of the mist's tides. While there, she volunteered us to test this theory by battling one of Ura's greater spawn. And sure enough, as soon as the storm cleared, the spawn weakened significantly.
See, Ren? Those storms are off. You don't need to be from the Isles to sense that.
I've been on that train of thought from
I'm not
the
sure they
start.
have the same voice for Waiting Sorrow.
Why do you think I had the
Seems
war
different.
tracking them in the first place?
Here we go, I got on top. Yay!
Malice told us
I'm the
your
king of the
predictions
world!
The storm's
Sort of.
breaking these next couple days. We can use that to our advantage. We'll use today and tomorrow to get our preparations in order. The following day, we'll strike. That's the plan.
So it is. I'll call together a meeting to inform the ward. We'll return to our discussion later.
Don't rush on our accounts. Finally. Thought we'd never get a moment's peace. Not with that old gas bag here.
Sorry you got caught in the middle of this. Years of pent-up rage just waiting to be unleashed on me. Now we get to witness it in real time.
Yeah, the battle should keep them occupied for a while.
Us too. I should get back to Harvest Den. Need to help Alder with preparations.
Perfect. I'm excited to finally see it. You can catch me up along the way.
At least let me give you the obligatory, you don't have to come if you don't want to.
Noted. And ignored.
Well, that's settled. Wayfinder, you keep an eye out for mail. You should be receiving something from Alder soon.
1,000. 2. Oh, it's already there. Doopy doop doop.
I'll mark this among my conquests.
I'll mark that among my conquests.
It'll fetch a nice price.
It won't really fetch a nice price. It's pretty boring. It's entirely boring. Back to Lowland Shores. Or Lowland Shore, I guess. We'll sell some crap. And we burned through a fair number of keys, I think. Ooh. I think there are keys available. Yeah, here we go. Can buy 4. That's fine. 4 for the cheaper price. Return to Harvest Den. I don't see the green star anyway, but fine. Hello there. Loving the content. Thank you. Way later. What are your future games planned? Wow. Well, given today's announcements that getting access to the early access of PoE 2 on, I think, the 5th of December, that's pretty likely. Also, thank you very much for the kind comment. This is what I've been looking forward to for like the last couple of weeks, and I'm disappointed, frankly, not to put too fair a point on it. In the immediate future, I can't think of anything. I mean, right now, recently, we've been through a patch where there was a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to be playing. And, I know there's a batch of things coming out in February, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. So the only thing I can think of off the top of my head right now that's likely, but certainly not a sure thing, is the early access for PoE 2,
it's a bit sappy about that sort of
which
thing.
I think arrives on the 5th.
Though, I suppose the Battle's Eve feast isn't exactly a joyous
Other than that,
occasion.
I don't think I have any specific plans. I mean, they just
Precautionary
patched
goodbye.
Nightingale.
But, well, we shan't.
That's possible.
Still plenty of fun to be had. Although your alliance pals look to be having none of it.
I was enjoying Wayfinder.
Aside from me,
that's
Keith,
certainly
and Malice,
possible. I'll go back to
they don't
that.
know the Lowlanders very well yet.
Shall I introduce them?
I'm even giving consideration to the WoW Classic, which I think started today.
Should do the trick.
The 20th anniversary version of
You
Classic.
just enjoy the festivities. I'll see if I can loosen them up.
But I'm not sure. I'm really not. I tend to, not necessarily do what's best for the
Seems like you don't know what to do with yourselves.
Yeah, bringing in new people, that kind of thing, and instead I just play what I feel like playing at the time. It's tough for me to make concrete plans.
This place is a bit rougher around the edges than Her Majesty's royal court. Although,
pardon the yawn. My apologies.
Pace.
Wow.
The Lowlanders may look intimidating, but appearances can be deceiving. And they could say the same about some of us.
Yeah, I wouldn't characterize it that way.
How about I introduce you to a few of the council members? Might help break the ice.
Queen Jenna's voice work,
for starters,
is currently
Queen
silent.
Jenna. There's someone you might like to meet.
The voice actress was not available. I believe she is due to the ongoing voice actor strike. If they're attempting to get
was present for the
game companies to agree that they're not going to use AI versions of their voices. And I find that to be completely understandable. Where am I taking her to anyway? Over here. Waiting Sorrow.
Aurora, I'd like you to meet a colleague and friend of mine, Queen Jenna of Kryta.
Your Majesty.
She lost her voice. She put them where her shoes are. Likewise, Fading Aurora. I've heard much about the town's healing master. All of it impressive. That is my killer impersonation of Queen Jenna. Dagonet.
Dagonet.
I really like this guy's voice.
I know someone you'll have plenty to chat about with.
I'm eager to make their acquaintance.
That's a really nice voice. For a character we really
Dagonet,
don't know much about.
Soaring Crest, agriculture master. Expert in Janthir's ecosystem and plant life.
Most things, I've still much to learn of your people.
Then we're one and the same. Let's fix that.
Uh-huh. And is he? No. Oh, Anise. Yes, yes, lovely Anise.
And finally, Anise. I know just the person for you.
About time. The suspense was killing me.
Stoic Alder? I don't think it was Stoic Alder.
Countess,
No, Barbed Veil.
meet Barbed Veil, Spearmaster. I pity any who find themselves in the wrong end of her spear.
Are you speaking from experience, Commander?
The sparring match is soon to start. Who dares face our Spearmaster
Evidently,
in this test
I'm
of
guessing
might?
me?
How about you? Think you could take Barbed Veil one-on-one?
Apologies. They eat before battle leaves them restless, sparks nerves. They hide them with spears and boasting.
Well, who doesn't?
I don't know that I'd be the best sparring partner, but I think I have just the match. Commander.
Yay, Wayfinder. Is that Jenna?
How can
No.
I ever repay you for
Dancing
this,
Bard.
Anise?
That was. So, yay, Wayfinder. So, yeah. Let's go. I'm ready.
Strike now! Yeah, Veil!
Damn it. I don't actually appear to be taking any damage, so I won easily. I'm just invulnerable to the attacks by spears of Barbed Veil, except for all the knockdown
Strangers should fear
bullshit.
the fate that tomorrow promises them.
Deft work out there, Wayfinder. Nothing like sparring to shake the pre-battle jitters.
Thank you, Pokey.
Me? Well, I'd rather dance them away. The eve of battle always wreaks havoc on my nerves.
Well, I can dance if I
battle is
want to.
plenty of cause for nervousness. If you stop feeling nervous, that's when you should be concerned.
Wise you are, Wayfinder.
Wise I am.
Speaking of
Wise ass I am.
nerves, the Rite of the Warrior dance is starting up. Join the dance circle. Make the others jealous with your swan-like moves.
Yeah, swan-like is
The Rite of the Warrior
Clearly.
dance commences.
what a
Who
very
shall be
large
first
norn
to thaw
would be
our
described
dance
as.
circle? Perhaps a visitor. Wayfinder, you impress us with your sparring moves. Have you the dance moves to match?
Have I the dance moves
You
to
bet
match?
the Wayfinder does. Don't fret. I'll join you.
Gather round, fan our flames. Think of them as a warrior's life fire burning bright. That's it. A dance on battle's eve loosens muscles.
Little bit of a haka.
and inhibitions. Draw your bearkin near.
More of a
Whether you
boogie.
set off to battle or stick. What a crowd! Let ash makers tell of this battle's eve for ages
And
to
the
come.
electricity coming off of
Thank
me
you.
from my
Thank you
legendary
all.
sword bolt actually makes it look actually pretty cool. If that happened when I danced in real life, I would dance in real life. Stoic Alder. More unskippable voice work. Very well done, very well written, but frankly, having seen it once a couple of days ago,
We are to
remember. No. Makes it sound like a funeral pyre.
Pardon the yawn again.
They'll appreciate your message, whatever wording you settle on.
Your assurance is appreciated. Although, I wish the message were one I needn't deliver.
I understand.
We understand.
Never gets easier. Although, truth be told, I wouldn't want it to. I've some prepared remarks. Keep them brief, I shall, lest the rumble of your stomach
Good idea, it is.
out my words. But first,
Stoic Yoda.
I shall offer the floor to our visitors. If you've your own words to air, please, come forth.
I didn't come with a prepared speech, but as the leader of the Astral Ward and a vanguard of the Tyrian Alliance...
Huh. Now he's a vanguard? What happened to the triviality of Tyrian politics?
Hush.
I'm sure the muse will strike. The foes before us...
His speech starts off pretty good, gets rolling, and then he just keeps blabbing.
Unknown. Let me assure you...
Leaving the area?
They are nothing new. Past millennia
Steely Dawn. I wonder if Steely Dawn is a take on the musical band Steely Dan. I'm leading towards probably, yeah.
Tomorrow, we shall damn them to that same insignificant fate. Will they appear again in a future distant from our own? Who knows? Instead, we must remember life's true...
I'm disappointed by it, the new drop, frankly.
For survival. Incessant.
I'm not a raider. My understanding is the raid's pretty good. I like the new convergence.
Very force your tribe reveres.
I'm doing the new storyline for the second time, and frankly, it is mostly filled with conversation, unskippable conversation. The entire thing took me 2 hours a couple of days ago when I did it the first time, and I intentionally went through all of the conversational options that I could, and it was only 2 hours. I'm skipping it all this time. I expect it's going to come in at an hour and a half.
And he kept talking.
Because most of it
still not the worst
is the talking stuff.
Our guest speech may seem disquieting.
The only other real bit of new content is the Legendary Spear, and the Legendary Spear is a ludicrous amount of materials or a ludicrous amount of gold. One or the other. If I wanted a Legendary Spear, I wouldn't be getting that one. That's for sure, because it's more costly and more time-consuming than any of the other options.
To brighter shores.
The only thing they have done with Janthir Sentry, which I felt was a really bad piece of content, the only thing they've done is make it less of a grind. So that's an improvement, but something that takes way too long and is bad, becoming something that takes a reasonable amount of time and is bad, is still bad. So I'm disappointed.
And fight till dawn to guard the ground.
The last expansion,
but
we got. I actually preferred the first map in the last expansion in most ways to the first map in this expansion, but I'm in the minority for that. Most people, I think, would prefer Lowland Shore to the first map from Soto. But the second map from Soto, while not as good as the first, was a complete full map with lots of stuff going on, lots of different things to do. The second map in this expansion is a bunch of cut and pasted events that finally give a lore amount of heart progress, so you don't have to spend an hour scrounging around for them anymore. The lore in the second map is great. The rest of the second map is just crap. It's awful. Regroup with my allies. So the fact that they didn't do any material improvements... They did do some material improvements, but no material additions to the second map.
That was a very compelling speech, Elder.
They always seem to come together.
Well, this is the
Still...
So, 3 months ago was the expansion drop, the first two maps.
We've prepared.
First map is
tested
excellent.
our plan of attack.
Second map is
celebrated the many
just garbage.
reasons for living.
The implication was every 3 months we're supposed to get more stuff to do.
But for now,
the things that have been described for this, which is the first of the additional drops, sort of the expansion to the expansion, was we're getting a raid. I don't raid. My understanding is it's good. I'm glad it was added, even though it's content I don't play. We get the convergence, which I've done once. I did yesterday. It seems pretty good. I'm pleased about that. That's a nice addition. The legendary spear, which appears to be not competitive to acquire compared with other legendary spear options. And we were told, or it was strongly implied, if not literally told, I can't remember for sure, that we would see the second map receive supplementary stuff in it. And there was none of that. And the improvements they made shouldn't have taken 3 months. They should have taken 3 weeks. Because basically it's just making the grind faster. Now, in 3 months, we get the first half of the third and final map for the expansion. And the story hook for that is really good. So I'm hopeful for that. But this part, this content drop has been a disappointment for me.
Sweet, sweet treasure.
I mean, the storyline hook for the next part is primo. It's great. Really good. And I can exit. So I've come to an unhappy conclusion, which is that the Guild Wars 2 team is so small that they really can't give the quantity and quality of content that I would personally find satisfying. I think they've moved most of their team onto another project or projects. And I think that the team that's doing this is doing the best that they can and doing good work with too few people. The Janthir Sentry map, at least certain parts, are kind of cool. I love the lore. I think the lore is brilliant for that map. That was the best part of that map, was running around and getting the lore. The lore was great. But, you know, all of the same cookie cutter. Either kill a bunch of elementals events or gather cauliflower and kill boars for boar meat. Cookie cutter, where they changed the plant and animal you had to pick and kill. It seemed like that was 80% of the content in the map. Yeah, it was those two events, those cookie cutter events over and over. Now, they are much faster and easier now than they were, and they give you more heart progress. The hearts on the map are no longer excruciating, and that's an improvement. But as far as I could tell, that's the only material addition or change to Janthir Sentry. There's just, except for the two boss meta event, there's really no reason to go there. You know, I'll do the hearts, and that's it. I am complaining again, but he asked. To be fair, he asked. Hi, EBM.
It'll fetch
For
a
those of you who
nice
don't know,
price.
EBM, Engelbert Meow, lovely, talented, Guild Wars 2 streamer, casual streamer, cursed cosplayer, opera singer. How you doing, EBM? I was specifically asked. However, to complete what I was saying, yeah, Janthir Sentry is just a disappointment to me. That they didn't give us more stuff to do. Oh, what kind of cookies? I have to ask. Please have some oatmeal raisin. Please say oatmeal raisin. That way I won't feel like I'm missing anything. I like the convergence. I did the convergence. I will not complain about the convergence. Gingerbread. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that wounds me. That one hurts a little. You know, hot chocolate chip and I'd have been dead. I'd have just lain down on the floor and given up life. But gingerbread hurts a little, gotta say. Now, my biggest problem, EBM, with this is that I felt that we had an implied, if not explicit, promise of additional supplementary stuff for Janthir Sentry, and we got none. They improved the events, but that's not any addition. I'm doing a quick fly around here to grab the POIs that I missed so I can finish map completion. I thought I had, but I had not, because I'm a failure, and I feel shame. We've got a champion. I will not mess with the champion on account of he's got chunks of guys tougher than me in his stool. I'm doing the story for the second time. You know, the new story content for the second time. And the story voice stuff, which is beautifully done, very well written, and it also feels like complete and utter time filler. Where'd I put those? Okay, those are down there. Back to the pistol. Oh, sorry. Back to the pistol and torch. But I can survive the fact that you're making gingerbread. If it had been hot fresh chocolate chip cookies or my mom's old Dutch cookies, I'd have been dead meat. It's a good story.
We're all here.
Yeah, I'm very excited. The tease for the next map is A-grade material.
Even with the
There's just not much content in.
That storm is headed our way, and we probably need
if you don't raid. I mean, you've got
scouted ahead.
You've got three things.
There's
You've got the
ruins
raid,
just
which
up
I hear
the
is really good.
Might be a good
Thumbs up to them.
foothold
I don't
before we
raid,
push on the
but I'm
Titans.
really glad they brought it
Anything
in.
else?
If no other reason than
That's
to
as
make
far as I felt
Snebzor
comfortable going
cover
along.
himself with oil and
Spawn
cosplay a slug,
everywhere, from all three of them.
which I believe he promised
Can we
to
push
do.
to the camp and take it from there? We just don't have a lot of time.
The Convergence,
Every move
which
needs
seems
to be
good.
deliberate.
I think better than the previous Convergence.
Well,
More
what are
varying,
you
more
doing
fun,
here?
better.
I'm not letting our
The
claw
legendary
climb
spear,
Mount
which
Vallejo
seems to
without
be
his spear master.
have way too many components at way too high a price or way too much a time.
May the wind carry
And the
us.
implication that they
My
were going
spear
to
is yours,
supplement the Sentry,
Ready,
which they
everyone?
did not do.
No time like the present.
So, yeah, the story is
Let us
fine,
end
short.
this.
The storyline hooks are first rate. Really good. Also, I placed the voice of, what was her name? Farah Baleseeker. The Priory lost sheep that we have to get. It's Aureen's voice. They added a slug in Wheel at Wing 8 named Sneb. Yeah, I did hear that. You might want to send him some advice on cursed cosplays.
Eyes on the Titan spawn.
Although, frankly, he has not set a very high bar for what he's going to do. Covering yourself in oil is not much of a cosplay.
Is mine.
It's embarrassing, but it's not much of a cosplay. That's some quality fumarole action you guys have got going there.
They're gone. All clear.
I think I heard about it on Muckluck's stream. And I, obviously, because I'm a cruel, heartless person, I found delight within.
There, look.
And filled with the stranger's spawn.
Come on, let's make quick work of this.
Okay. As soon as they turn red, we'll start shooting. If it's red, it's dead. I'm Death Incarnate. How do you do? Have we been introduced? Hi, I'm Death Incarnate, and you are?
Secured.
Yep, I've
Clear
secured it.
sky. The mist's energy shouldn't be too severe. We'll have the upper hand.
And no bloodstone in sight. Also good.
Time is our main
If
enemy,
I had a
then,
hammer,
especially if a storm's
I'd
rolling
set
in.
up a tent.
Dagda, any idea where they are?
Close. But their energies are separate? They're on opposite sides of the peak.
Maybe they're expecting us. Probably a trap.
Regardless, they'll learn of our presence quickly. And if they can sense when their spawn are killed, they're already preparing.
It's a little while, but I have an idea. If they split up now, so should we. We know.
You guys just keep talking about it as if I'm not here.
We all start picking.
You know, it's not like I'm the wayfarer or the commander or anything. I'll build tents for everybody.
Keep them separated.
I got dibs on this one.
If the air tells
Because mine has a wooden floor. The rest of you
to
can,
the east, Decima
you
to
know,
the west.
sleep rough.
Harder to say, but north.
Okay, you all head to Greer like Pokey said. We know his ways. Dagda, you hold Decima in place.
When Greer is dead, be ready to move. I'll send a portal that'll bring you all straight to me and Decima.
Are we done?
Ready to go?
Let's move out.
If I could walk that way, I wouldn't need the cornstarch. That joke is older than me.
How's everyone feeling about this?
A pinch nervous, but this is necessary.
Goes back to
I look
vaudeville.
ahead for days without strife, hoping they near.
I can fly. I can see my house from here. Yes, I always make that joke. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's in my nature. Yeah, my nature is a little bit messed up. I think we can agree. Oh, good. Run away. Oh, running away, are you? It's a blighted beast. I've been called worse. Have some sword action. You have challenged a man wielding bolt, you fools. Seemingly dual wielding bolt, but of course only one of them's the real bolt. It would be a sign of excessive time and money spent in the game to actually be dual wielding the same legendary twice. Oh, scent trails. Let's swap back and mount up. Sniff, sniff, Look at that nose go. I can't actually see its nose because my incredible green glowing doggy, the nose is on the far side of it. It's important, I think, that your dog and your attire match. You know, nothing is more imposing and disheartening to an enemy than a genuinely fashion-coordinated character.
That's a big one. Together now.
An elite Rot Strider. Hi, how you doing? My name's Coffin Ed. Nice to meet you.
Such might.
I'm just going to light you up with a whole bunch of badness, and you're going to regret your life choices. It's fine, though. Well, I think it's fine. You're probably not going to agree, but that's fine.
Done.
One less to worry about.
6,500 DPS, single target, self-buffed. I'm going to take that. Because I'm not very good, so I'm going to take that.
There, just ahead.
Let's go.
Let's go. Surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on, a safari with me. That's an old guy music reference. Maybe EBM gets it, because she's hip with the old guy stuff. Nope, she's not old. That's not what I said.
This looks like a fine place for adventure.
This looks like a fine place for adventure. Yeah, I'm Death Incarnate, we know. Cool catchphrase I've got, huh? It's Greer!
You come once more to court, Death.
Yes. Court death and
no
great
more
big
hiding, Greer.
nasty painful things. And,
A trait of the ignorant.
Feels nice.
Ah, feels nice.
You could worship us, Malice Sword Shadow.
Ooh.
Let us guide you.
Yeah, Malice, come on. You guys used to worship the Titans. Doesn't it sound like a great offer to you? No?
Missions will speed your decay.
That, that. Light him up with everything we've got. Yeah. Everyone knows that I'm Death Incarnate. I can stop saying that all the time.
such might.
Decima.
About 6,500.
To the foundry.
It's not great. In a real group, I've become pretty regular.
Okay?
25, and I'm
Everyone
a crappy
alive?
old player.
Alive?
All right, that's Greer.
Yeah. Right on time. Come on.
Let's take the portal to Dagda. Oh, sorry, Decima. I always get those two. You know, one of them is big and unpleasant, and the other one's Decima. But boom, and it was a teleportal to Dagda as well. So, yeah, there's Decima. Pretty sure that she was responsible for the categorization system in most libraries, the Dewey Decima system. She worked on it with another guy.
Quiet. She's just ahead. I'm certain she can smell me.
You smell like blueberry.
I think she's waiting for us to make the first move.
Might be. Let's make her regret that.
Good idea. Everybody? Shall we play? Shall we play a game?
Fresh sights.
Fresh sights. Oh, what sights I have to show you.
I can smell him on you. Yo.
Okay, I dodged. That was poo-poo.
Watch for her lightning. We know how vicious she can be.
I normally wouldn't use such harsh language as poo-poo. But sometimes you gotta call out the poo-poo. I think I'm supposed to block these. Barbed Veil got there before me. Okay, well that's helpful.
You are next to enter the flame.
Faster! You are next. We already killed the Roderick.
Hey, it's not nice to taunt her about her brother being dead just because we're the ones who killed him. So I'm fine with that. That's good. I evaded. Crumble Decima. Yeah, about 6,500 again. Got off to a slow start back then. Two down, one to go. Pokey? What the hell's the problem?
Easy, cub.
My son.
Yeah, we know.
Gonna feel that one for a bit.
Dagda, Commander, I think you two should go ahead. I don't think the rest of us can push much further.
Yeah. Probably wise. Wayfinder, how is your strength? Are you okay to face Ura?
Do you know me?
Let's go.
I will remain here and protect them while you march.
Yeah, that's
I can
awful big of
sense
you.
Sorrow and Ura ahead. Come on.
All right, There's a wall. where there's a wall, you hit it with a spear, and you yoink it down. Just yoinking. There we go. Ura. Oh, this guy caused me more problems than Ura did on my first character.
I hope.
Neither strong nor faint. Seems to tail off in that direction. There was another boss before we got to Ura. Another sort of mini-boss. There he is. And he was harder for me than Ura was. This time it doesn't seem like. Pretty straightforward. I mean, other than me being on fire. But that's okay. I can shake it off. I'll walk it off. Not sure why I'm all green and smoky anymore. I mean, the color, it certainly goes with my attire. I think you'll agree. And as I said, nothing more imposing, even terrifying to an enemy than a well-dressed man on a glowing green matching dog.
Sorrow. Where is Ura?
Ahead, I think. She's managed to elude me thus far. Keeps sending spawn to block my path.
Kill him!
Yeah, I'm definitely. Can you fly? Hey, you can. How nice. We are now entering Ura's domain. Please return your seatbacks to their fully upright position.
Where could she?
Look, is that a piece of bloodstone?
It's a piece of bloodstone. I'm going to use the Heart of the Obscure to neutralize it. Because I have a magic doohickey that can do all kinds of different kinds of hickey. I don't want to say it's a Deus Ex Machina. Because God didn't make it, Waiting Sorrow did. Whoop.
The bloodstone is about to surge.
Yeah, that's why stand all the way over here for your protective dome. There was an earth-shattering kaboom. And
Emerge, beast.
a nice little mushroom cloud. I will note again that I really hate it when they take control of my camera.
To the foundry to build my
The foundry, no.
anew.
The foundry, sorry. The foundry.
Kill him! Refreshing.
I'm not doing anything right now to it. That's right, I've got to pick up the fragments and deposit them in a nearby geyser. What's the kaboom? Significant kaboomage going on. She's on top of the last fragment, I think. Oh, thank you for moving. I appreciate that. Very nice of you.
Hefty! Faster!
Surprisingly, friendly of her. Alright. I have filled the geyser. The geezer has filled the geyser. Also, I wish they would not reset your camera. I really hate it when they reset your camera. Fight like this, you want to be scrolled all the way out. There is no reason to ever scroll my camera in. So, yeah, please don't do that. Thank you. Yes, I know. Whining old man is whining again. It's what I do.
Makes you beg for death.
Let's see.
You're no god.
Spear her and there we go. Where are we going next? Don't know. Do not know. Cannot see. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Key is to be looking at the ow the mini map.
Our small murmur visions of your village. Perhaps I'll visit them next.
Maybe it's just me. It just seems to be a pretty inactive fight outside of a couple of phases. I mean, she's pretty much just standing there. My assumption is it's quite different in the raid. I'm going to go out on a limb with that prediction.
Spilling Godspawn blood will do your fate.
Do my fate? Huh.
Pardon me. I'm going to assume this is one of the mechanics in the raid.
Fire burns!
Fire burns! Lend. You can't fool him. Fire burns. that lens. Pretty deep thinker. Yeah. We got a splody coming, and we dodge.
You will never threaten my people again.
Whoop! Almost. Good effort.
Such might.
Yeah, I'm Death Incarnate. We got that part, that bit. Just me. Every time I say it, I don't know why. Even I'm getting tired of it. Also, it does sound a bit pretentious. Who are you? I'm Death Incarnate. Oh, that's nice. Is that what it says on your business card?
Extra damage. Feels nice.
Why don't you just take some more damage? The thread unravels. That's.
I sense celebration or no breath. Stifle it. For the door we came through.
The door.
Wide open.
Foundry of Lost Souls. I'm sorry. I never even played that part of Guild Wars 1. Yeah, so with me skipping all of the bits and pieces that were skippable, conversation-wise, an hour and a half. Less, an hour and 24 minutes.
The door we came through sits open. What does that mean?
I knew there had to be a catch.
We'll figure that out. But for now, she's dead. All three of them are. I'll collect the others and return them to the village. Their wounds need tending.
I'll meet you there. I want to linger behind for a moment.
I'm going to make water upon her corpse. Ooh, that smells like rotten eggs.
What did you want from us? From Tyria?
I had to do that away from them for a reason I don't know. We'll head back. Head back to Harvest Den, sure. Well, fortunately, in my incredible repertoire of tricks and abilities, is I can use waypoints. An enormous amount of work and training went into learning how to use waypoints. Not really, especially not on this character. This character is not very old. This character is, in fact, 29 hours and 38 minutes over the last 458 days. Not one of my more played characters. But I have grown increasingly fond of him. Coffin Ed, it's a reference to an old movie. Hi, Pokey.
Wayfinder, welcome to the night of quiet breath. Feast before the battle. Take a nap after.
Yesterday was the afternoon of nervous
my
puking.
kind of party.
Come on. Everyone's resting.
Oh, what a shame. Kaith's leaving. A single tear
Of a fight.
rolls down my
Glad it's
cheek.
Done.
Exhilarating, though. Not quite the same as fighting an elder dragon, but a battle worthy of some fable.
Thank you both for all of this. Excellent backup you were.
Oh yes, that was all you, Cup.
You're very welcome.
Anytime, kid.
Pause inside with Sorrow and the blue guy. Might want to make our way
The
in
blue guy.
Oh no.
I've been calling him Izzy, but I think I'm going to go with the blue guy from now on.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing would piss him off
Let's
more.
get moving, kid. Wouldn't want to miss the show.
After this, I'm starting.
Waiting
to
Sorrow?
early.
Blue guy? Now, as an example of very, very well-written dialogue, the stuff that is going to be coming up between Stoic Alder and his cub, piercing arrow, poised arrow, sorry, Pokey, is very well done.
No.
And my proffered solution to the problem is that everyone's got to sit through the conversational stuff the first time. But if you've been through it once, please allow us to skip it on alts. Please, ArenaNet.
Hey now, my
This is a game
guest. We already know
that
she's
doesn't
a
just
wizard,
celebrate playing
whatever
alts,
you
it
wanna call
elevates playing alts.
Little Claw.
Forcing
There
us
is more to say.
to listen to the conversation.
There's a version of the
is
story that would take me
just
years to explain.
griefing your players.
I owe this to you both. Thousands of years ago, long before Or's prime,
I mean, this is all really good stuff.
I was born of whispers, visions,
And sometimes I want to
images.
sit through it again.
I was destined to become a voice.
sometimes I
of
don't.
Coda, the youngest the Coden of that era had seen. My Claw. He was kind, fierce. He sat with me many a night.
I
as
never thought
acclimated
very
to my
highly
role.
of the two faces talking obliquely
bonded.
past each other.
But the dragon storm raged outside our dens.
But at least you could skip
And as the
it
storm
if you'd
picked
already
up,
done it 8 or 10
Coda's
times.
voice turned angry. My reality changed.
Not anymore.
I started losing myself.
This is
I
a
couldn't
better
trust the
system.
visions. They lied to me.
But it's not skippable.
I'm not certain it was Coda that I heard. I hated having a destiny, and I felt like a threat.
I like doing storyline stuff on multiple characters. This makes me hate doing storyline stuff on multiple characters. Because I can't
Sorrow
skip
came
the
to
stuff I
me,
want to.
And I helped her sever her tie to the mists. Coda's voice no longer burdened her.
You are the missing voice of our ancestors.
Yeah, kinda she is.
I am. And I have regretted leaving my people every day since. That's why I came here.
My people are not a balm for your wounds.
A bomb? Why would she want to bomb you?
never how I
Oh,
meant it to
balm.
be.
I'm sorry. My
I
mistake.
am sorry, Alder.
Air is what I need.
No, Air was killed in Heart of Thorns. Sorry, Alder. Well, that went well.
I'll go to him. Has a habit of retreating into himself, he does. Sorrow, you are not the monster you fear.
Hey, how you doing, blue guy?
They needed to know you did what was necessary.
Now they do.
Wayfinder, back at the Wizard's Tower when you first returned Sorrow home, you may have noticed an air of tension.
Yes, tension.
And the mention of Mabon.
Right. I was wondering about that.
Now we get the hook
Seems that our friend kept a few secrets under lock and key.
for next time.
200 years ago, Mabon went to Bavanissos right after the Titans licked it clean. After the Mersat had been killed.
Even with how disappointed I am
Mabon
with
told me he went to hide
the
a
Godspawn
mistgate
patch.
that they kept in the gut of the city.
This bit has me excited for the next
He
drop.
placed a ward over the isle. But when he
They've done a
died,
very good job of creating
that ward
interesting
fell.
mystery here. I just hope they don't
all
whiff it.
of Bavanissos once again
They had a whole lot of really
exposed
interesting
to the
story
world.
hooks in the first
I was
two
with the
maps
Lowlanders when it happened.
Soto.
Even they felt
And then
their
they
first
ignored
stand
them on
up.
the third map. They brought some of them back
mentioned the door
here.
being open.
So that's really good.
Do you think?
I believe they came from the very gate that Mabon sought to hide. But even I don't know how it opened again.
Well, he locked the door with his
If
magic.
it's still open,
He croaked.
we need to find
no
it
magic.
and do whatever
no
we can
lock.
to shut it.
I agree, Wayfinder.
Now, a friend of mine
Before
who
any more Titans
evidently has
fought
suffered a
forward.
recent head trauma
Bavanissos
thinks that
is the
Caudicus
worst of Janthir.
is the one who has opened the door and
Maybe one of
created
the
Titan.
worst waypoints in Tyrion's history. The situation must be contained.
What's on the far side of dubious?
Then.
Let's see.
I will inform the
Unlikely, dubious, impossible. Have you been taking hallucinogenic drugs? Recent head trauma. Yeah, that was it.
Better than mood loot.
Yeah, so the whole thing, an hour and 33. Skipping all of the optional stuff like these conversations. And we've got 28 minutes for the convergence. I think I'm going to try and push through and hang on and find something to keep me busy until we have the convergence at the top of the hour. Well, top of the hour if you live in one of those places that isn't on the half hour. I have a friend who lives in one of those places.
Sweet, sweet treasure.
We'll put all those away. We'll silver-fed salvage-o-matic that. Ectos.
Power flow at
3
30%.
ectos. Yes.
Rerouting.
And now, let's see. I'm going to be a major bucket of cheese. And buy my way through this heart. I've got 23 of them. I'll have 19 of them.
One challenge down.
Heart's done. Let me buy the Curious Lowland Honeycomb. The cheap one.
Enough said.
I think the Oblige is the way to go on these, but I'm not sure. The others are at least purchasable. The Oblige are not. Alright, that's 2 hearts done. We'll head over here for the 3rd heart. And we'll head to Janthir Sentry. Janthir Sentry. Sentry. It is fish scraping time.
Setting in fast. Gotta skin them first.
I don't think I'm going to make it.
Without the guts and bones. All we want is the flesh.
Because we've got 15 seconds.
To make them last as long as possible, they'll need a good salt bath.
We've got 8 seconds. I don't think I'm going to get any credit. I think I'm going to get screwed.
Then you hang them up to dry.
The event failed. I got a silver, but the event failed. I don't think I've ever seen it fail before.
Whatever rot is making its
I've
way
soloed
to
it
Delta's
myself, so
turning
that's
their
a little
flesh to
surprising.
bad apple skin. Can't help that, can we?
Well, fine then. I'm going to burn through 4 more hearts. I earned the hearts. I can spend them the way I want. You're not the boss of me. Hey, look. Oh, there's supposed to be stuff I'm supposed to be buying if I want to make the spears, right? I think so. Like the sweet treated pine plank and stuff. Maybe the standing stones remnant. I don't know.
Enough said.
But frankly, I feel absolutely no compelling interest in getting the new legendary spear, given the amount of required stuff. My understanding is it is very, very expensive, either in extraordinary amounts of time or money. I wanted to finish off the map completion on this, because I only have a couple things to grab. So I'll do that, and then I'll grab the hearts. And that ought to last me, well, I may not even be able to finish that before I go do the convergence, but that's fine. It'll keep me busy. You know, when you're elderly, you want to stay busy. By the way, don't call me elderly. Old, yes. Oh. Okay, I wasn't really thinking. And
that's not good. Should probably cut those elementals down before they take their little party straight to camp.
all right. Where do we have to? We have 4 more. Okay, they're all on the west side or the east side. Then we'll go there. We'll go whoop, or I guess from your point of view, whoop, around the outside. Around the outside. To grab those, and that'll take us to the southeast corner, and we'll start working on that heart. I'm going to get wet. Excellent. 3 to go. I think that you can get a key from this. That would be a nice result. I'm never one to not take a key. There and there. Wow. For a minute there, I was just power saddle shaping through. If you assert enough dominance, you can float across the water.
The storm roars on the horizon.
Oh.
Collect yourselves.
Well, we'll find out if we've got people to do the bosses. I am dubious. We have a chest. Drum roll, please. Give me a key. I'm sad. I am made sadder than I was a minute ago. Transportation charges. Berserker's seer pants. Wait, does that mean berserkers can see through your pants? That sounds okay, actually. You'll be able to know if they're doing that using that power on me, because they'll be the ones who are screaming. Make it stop.
It'll fetch a nice price.
Here it is. No time to quake with fear. Rigid we must remain.
Rigid we must remain.
Have woken. They've come
I'm going to leave that uncommented upon further. We're just going to say it again. Rigid we remain.
The goal is to protect the camp. Every claw and spear. Raise them to the air. Go. Fight. Win.
I can't, I won't speak for you, but go, fight, win is not really my idea of an inspiring speech.
For the spirits.
I mean, sure, it's not inaccurate what we want to do. We have to go, we have to fight, we want to win.
Sweet treasure.
It's just not stirring, you know? I need to send that to a kinmate, because she really likes the full moon weapon set, which is logical because it's a really good weapon set. It's one of the best looking, non-premium weapon sets. I'm not seeing the life numbers move on the bosses, so unless I happen to have stumbled into a map with pre-made groups and everything, and they're just waiting to give them the bosses a fair chance, I'm going to assume that there's nobody in this map doing it. There is the Dewey Decimal System. Two people. Two hopelessly optimistic people. I admire their optimism. And I will simply note that it's not going to happen, guys. But it is admirable optimism. I don't know if events continue to run.
Ready yourselves, everyone. The spectral tides have returned.
The data we've
Optimal time for
collected,
research.
movements, mist-burned readings.
But
Sure a guess of how many spawn are present on the island?
Multiple NPCs talking at the same time. Not really an awesome experience. I will check. Another person headed north. And it looks like they've made tiny amounts of dent into the boss in the north. I'll check in the west. But I don't imagine it's more than one or two down there. Maybe none. Because Greer is much less fun fight. Even more less fun fight. Because of the Boon Corrupt. The Boon Corrupt mechanic is just hugely unfun. They've spent 12 years teaching us, the Guild Wars 2 playing community. Guys, buffs are good. Buff up. Buff your friends. Have your friends buff you. Everybody, we want y'all to be buffed. Oh yeah, we're going to turn all your buffs into torment. Have fun. 25 stacks of might, and oh, you're instantly dead. I saw someone leaving. They were probably the other person besides me who decided to head over and see what was up with Greer. Spoiler, nothing good. Yeah, they've made a noticeable dent in Decima. Not big, but visible. I would describe their choice to go with instead of a regular meta, to go with a 2 boss fight as, in retrospect, a failure. Not an inexplicably foolish behavior or a failure. It's not like I think it was a disastrous choice. I just think it has not worked. In not insignificant part because Greer is just so much not fun to fight with the Boon Corrupt. You know, if it was Boon Rip, fine. Boon Corrupt is contrary to the way you've engineered your player base. You taught all of us we want all the boons all the time. Guess that's changed. Let's see. I need to swap back to Morklaw. Start the adventure. Mount up and play. Do this adventure. It's pretty quick. at least it's not one of the cookie cutter ones. One of the elementals, or the picking up a vegetable or fruit and a meat or meat byproduct that they cut and paste a half a dozen times each into this map. Part and parcel of why I consider it to be such a bad map. It's like they spent all of their interest and love into the first map. All kinds of fun, cool, different, interesting things to do. A couple of things that are repeated because that's inevitable. And I don't begrudge that. But this map, and the only improvement they did for this map is they made it less excruciating by increasing the amount of heart progress you get from stuff and how often events spawn. Those are both really good improvements, but they shouldn't have waited for 3 months. It should have been done in 2 weeks. So yeah, Janthir's entry I consider to be not good. That should be 12. Yep, that's 12. Close, and there's also a box. A lesser Coden cache. And another level complete. What do we got? We got the cache, the adventure rewards. Is that a moon sword? No. Globs.
Now I shall break you.
A glob, singular. A glob is nice. I'm not going to complain about a glob. The last thing I salvaged had 3 globs. Why can't they all have 3 globs? I'm just in wine mode now, so you know. I want more! Oh, that thing just vanished out of midair. That was, I wanted to kill. Oh, it's back. Okay. Hi, guys. I wanted to kill you, and now I get the opportunity. Thank you. Fire. I'm feeling much better now. We've got about 11 minutes until the convergence, so I'm just gonna kill a little time, maybe finish off this heart. Yeah, I mean, they've made a little bit of progress on Decima, and Greer is 97%, I'm going to estimate, still healthy. Decima's probably down about 12%, so, yeah. I just don't think that the amount of time and effort it takes to defeat these bosses really feels worth it. Whereas if it was an actual meta, I think people would play it. So I think it was a failed experiment. I don't blame them for trying the experiment, though. But hopefully it's not something they'll repeat, because this whole map, frankly. Stinkaroo. Fly! Fly, little wolf! We get everybody? You all dead? Is that everybody? I don't know if I'm going to finish this one off in time. Sad to say. Oh well, such is life. But we'll try. Seer of all. That's a pretty pretentious name. Gotta say it. Sorry, dude. Most of the bear names don't seem quite that full of themselves, but that one. Alright, a couple more blighted critters, and should finish out the heart.
Such might!
And we've got 7 minutes. Hit them both. Nice. Good aiming.
I am death incarnate.
By the way, I'm Death Incarnate. Have we met? Perhaps I wasn't introduced. One more ought to do. I won't even bother killing all the wolves. Just 1 or 2 will be sufficient. There we go. I'm on fire again.
Thank you for letting me join your research party in the woods. The closer I can get to the ruins, the better.
Why one
The
yearns
curious
to go near
Mursoc
those
currency.
ruins, I can't understand.
Enough said.
But you are very welcome.
Put all that goodies away.
If I may ask, what
We've
is
got
it that
about
excites you
6
here?
minutes, so we are going to go ahead and
You
head
see,
back
those ruins have quite a
to
robust
Harvest
history,
Den
from what I've gathered so far.
for the Convergence, which will take about half an hour. It was 33 minutes yesterday it took. Oh, pardon me again. Old man stretching his various bodily bits and pieces, making cracks, pops, other unseemly noises.
This, my furry friend, is a waypoint. It is a device commonly used to... Lift your voice, small one. He cannot hear you.
Gather round, children, for a little tale. Pardon the yawn. Another one coming. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's fine. We got the daily done. No, we didn't. We still need one more combo. Combo skills. I was thinking this dodge rolls. Yeah, combo skills. We should be able to get that just in the next fight. Somebody will drop a field. I don't remember what my finishers are. That's a finisher. 20% chance. That's a finisher. 20% chance. No finishers on swords? Interesting. does look like they're... Oh, there we go. Combo, finisher, leap. That makes sense on that one. So just the one. It does not appear to... that I have any other finisher, so that's it. I only need one more. Not like it's a big deal. Somebody has dropped cake. Which, clearly, I can have and eat, too. Since I don't have any? Sure. Why not? Pardon. Turn off player names as, yeah, otherwise. Wow. Last night I had noted while we were waiting around that there were no mechanists.
No.
And we had 2 join us just beforehand. There are 5 mechanists running around here tonight, at least. Might be 6. Let's see. How many of them have named their mechs? Looks like 4 out of the 5 have named their mechs. I think it's important that you show your mech that you care enough to give it a name. Just like if you're a ranger, please name your pets. Juvenile pet name here is just... it hurts me every time I see it. Ah, there is the hot tub chair. Looks like it's good for 2. Pardon the yawn. God damn.
Shh, quiet!
Let me tell you a story. One the Ashmakers will weave for centuries to come.
That would be,
the day the
about what a
Wayfinder
badass I
and
am.
I
Which is
crawled to the top of Mount Balrior.
Refreshing.
Dangerous it is.
That.
Indeed. It is a story of allies
Is that
pitted
in game
against
or real world?
unrelenting challenge. The fight
have a
for
brazier.
survival. The tools we use
That we
to
don't seem to be
carve
able to
out
use because it's too close to the action point.
the sting of betrayal when affection has just begun to bud.
So, what happens?
Well, the
I didn't even get the
Wayfinder
notice.
took
Or I didn't notice the notification, one of the 2. Alright, but I'm off. Here we go. My second go at Mount Balrior. We succeeded last night without too much difficulty. Didn't seem.
Kill my servant. Kill.
Last stage of Decima was a little chaotic. Did we get, oh yeah, we got real food. Very nice. Last night there, a bunch of people dropped banners too. Not that surprising. It was the new content.
Sharp blades, sharp mind.
At the foot of the mountain.
Supply caravan? Ugh, boring.
Yeah, when do we get to the exciting part?
I don't know if I've ever had that buff before. I don't think it actually works, but I could be wrong.
distant memory was glad to have the Wayfinders assist.
And we're
I'm
off.
glad to have your assistance, Wayfinder. And with that, they began their trek into the mountain to deliver their precious cargo.
Kill him!
Kill him, indeed.
Refreshing.
Slice him apart.
Suddenly, an ambush.
Nobody can stop the Wayfinder. They're the strongest.
That's right, the Wayfinder is the strongest. That kid, he knows what's what. There we go, that's the daily complete.
Another.
That kid knows what's shaking.
You're all weakling. Kill him!
The Doriath was free to continue on the raid.
An ocean trench.
An ocean trench. I'm guessing elementalist? It's the camp.
Thanks to the Wayfinder's efforts,
Another spirit shard. I have noticed that I'm cranking out spirit shards in the in Godspawn. The experience numbers appear to have been the dial has turned out. At least it feels like it. Oh, Heroes banner. Thank you.
Just begun.
Faster!
The caravan was transporting
Thanks
parts
for
for a
buffs
very important device.
grub.
A tectonic thumper.
What does tectonic mean, Stoic Alder?
Well, you see, it's,
Just go with it's complicated, kid. Come on, Stoic Alder. You can handle this.
that this device was an essential tool in the Wayfinder's triumph over the Titan.
I'm fast. I run like the wind. I pass like the wind. I break like the wind.
As our intrepid band of heroes set up camp, an astral ward lieutenant approached
Pardon the yawn.
Torment,
Her name was Visha Foeraiser, and she was the inventor of the tectonic thumper.
You there! Stop dawdling and make yourself useful.
She was rather rude.
I will attach
This
supplies.
thumper may be up and running, but it requires calibrated magic to work on. Go sniff out a suitable spot.
A new event nearby.
As the thumper lurched to life, magic essence began to spew forth from its exhaust.
Oops. Probably don't jump off when you're just not wanting to jump off, but actually want to go back and drag some more supplies. Oh. Kill the bad things.
Ah, such might!
Such might, indeed. I'm dragon.
Oh no! The monsters are attacking the camp! Stop them, Wayfinder!
Hey, look, one of the other Wayfinders can get it. I mean, come on, let's face it, Wayfinders, I'm awesome, but we're a dime a dozen. Bop dots. Bots dots.
Acts of Titan spawn. Patrol the mountain diligently.
They're not so tough. The Wayfinder can handle that.
That's true. The Wayfinder can't handle them. Us Wayfinders are
Perhaps, yes.
awesome.
But if allowed to grow in number, they can overwhelm the camp.
Drop that in the thumper.
Very troublesome.
I'm dragging again.
Kill myself.
Only been to a couple of these points. Let's try to find another one that I haven't dragged my supplies to previously. Plus POI. Or possibly not a POI. Grab the bot stats.
Suddenly, the mountain erupted, releasing hellish flames from its scorching maw.
Going the right way?
This was no mountain at all.
Not going the right way.
But a volcano!
How'd that feel? Excruciating?
Yes, it feels excruciating.
A swift stream.
The thumper synchronization isn't where it needs to be. More bot stats dropped off by me. We should hopefully have another batch of dots here. More dots. Lots of dots. Dots and dots and lots of dots. And if you don't know what bots dots are, you've ever been on a road,
Rise
at least in California, where a little raised objects along the lane lines. Those were invented by a guy named Bots. They are bots dots.
The Titan was
Thumper
most
synchronization does not appear to be going very quickly.
He sent its underlings to sabotage it.
Oh, I get here just as they killed it. Okay. That's classic me behavior. I show up just as the thing I'm interested in doing is no longer doable. That's me in a nutshell. All right, we're gonna kick some more ass.
Sharp blade.
Yeah, Death Incarnate. Nice. The rest of you who maybe think you're Death Incarnate, I'm actual Death Incarnate. I have no calibrated essence, that's true. Right now, all I'm doing is I'm defending home base. 5 of the 6 thumpers are active now. Or synchronized. Is that all of them? Nope, not yet.
Visha checked the central thumper's readings.
Blade storm.
That's odd.
Something was clearly stealing magic from it. But what? The Wayfinder's journeykin anxiously sniffed about.
Alright, now I believe we have to
Perhaps
sniff
it
about.
sensed something.
So recharging, sniffing. Get out of the earth-shattering baboon. think I've gone the wrong way again. I was not expecting the oomph there, but I'll take it. It's below us. That's probably not the answer, and yet it is the answer I have chosen. What I survived getting out of. Yeah, it's the wrong answer.
An unsettling, eerie fog rolled in, covering the mountainside.
I'm poking around and it's not going optimally.
The heroes' teamwork was bearing fruit. They were nearly ready to draw out the wicked Titan.
Well, something's got to be deposited there. I decided to try and poke around a bit more tonight. It has not been a very successful tactic on my part. Yeah, those guys are trying to get down the same way I did. Well, that didn't work.
Blade storm. I am death.
Got it now. You could possibly fail this. On time. Desmos missed. Yeah, I think we're probably going to fail. We took too long, I think. Much longer than we took last night. To kill all the baddies. I'll follow them on the assumption they know where they're going. I don't. Gonna revive him.
I need help. Thank you.
Acts of Titan spawn patrol the mountain diligently. The
Character, I'll try to res him.
under the full force of the tectonic thunder, the mighty machine rattled the mountain's very core. Unable to stand the noise and fury any
okay.
longer,
The time is now higher.
Titan at last
27:40
angrily
there.
surfaced. Her name was Decima.
It's gonna be a very
and she was most displeased.
Well, Decima's kind of a whiner, you know.
She bellowed from atop the mountain.
Okay, that was doo-doo. So I dodged.
I nearly died.
A potent combination.
Who shall I strike down first?
Not me. No, don't strike me down. I'm a good guy. I mean, not a good guy from your point of view, but...
Of distant memory appeared.
Much more.
He channeled his energies, forming a link between the mountain top and the camp.
I'll bring you down.
Mystic Mary is so strong. I need assistance.
That he was, young cub.
My way.
Grab the goodies. Try to get through. Didn't get through. It was a good effort. I good enough. But it was a pretty good effort, I felt. Oops. Get stuff over to distant memory. I evidently didn't have any distant memory bits.
Deep trouble there.
Don't wanna die.
Faster!
Come in. Anyone? Help!
Grab those and take those to our friendly neighborhood. Whoops, not so friendly. Okay, there we go.
You will
Somebody getting here with me?
Sharp blade,
There we go.
sharp mind.
Good move. Someone help me! Refreshing.
And she's running.
That she did, but the Wayfinder was hot on her trail.
I'm hot on her
With the
trail.
help of their faithful journeykin, they sniffed out the direction she fled
Ooh.
and gave chase.
Oh, that smell. Smells like biscuits and gravy. That's an old guy movie reference. What is that? Just, oh, I can jump. That's right, jump to it. Behind her. Better location, I would expect.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Refreshing.
Feel my wrath.
Grab some stuff and carry it to distant memory. There you go. Enjoy. Whoop. Get inside.
My way.
Wow, knock and suck.
Another.
Bring it! Now!
Kill him!
This is my wrath!
This is my raft. This is my gun. This is for fighting.
Another.
This is for also fighting. Different kind of fighting, though. Entirely.
Smash him! Ah, feels nice.
Grab some of those. Get over to distant memory.
Barriers! Now!
You will obey me. I need healing. Seriously.
Feel the pain.
Hotter than lava!
Sharp blades, sharp eyes.
Nothing can save you!
Really wish it wouldn't do camera resets. Can't stand that. Ow.
Such might! I can't do this alone.
Go forth, my undead minion! I don't think well on the ground.
I am
Frustrated and wounded,
And she's gone again.
fled once more.
Grab the goodie balls. Pardon my phrasing. Give them to distant memory, I think it was. Yeah. I know. Yeah, it smells like Teen Spirit. wants me. Whee! Decimus half dead. Have to go.
Sharper still. Strength is mine.
Rise,
Kill him.
I'm 4. Where is the 4? I do not see the 4. Looking for the 4. Okay, well, I'm not 4 anymore.
Fight me!
The knock and suck again? Please, ArenaNet, don't do that. I can't tell you how much I hate it when you reset my camera. I can control my own camera, thank you. Picked up 4 again.
I found a new way to win. Outstanding.
Evidently, I found a new way to win, and it's outstanding. I can't actually vouch for that, by the way.
Refreshing. Such might.
Sharper still.
Alright. Give them their magic juice. Alright, we'll res.
Titan fled once more.
More Titan stench. Last call. We're gonna make it a little bit. Maybe not slow on the slow side. Maybe faster than last night. Just felt like we were slow, I guess, on that first part. On the other hand, this is the hardest part of the fight, so at least it was for me last night. I'm gonna try to res some people. There's another one. That's 2.
Your soul is mine.
Oh, thank you.
Always rise, and you always fail.
I think I'm getting the hang of at least stopping the green balls as they move towards her bad self. Get through and deliver.
Your soul is mine.
Come here.
Camera reset again. Please stop that arena. Just
Step right up.
Don't hit Burke.
Sharper still.
Variant, now! Slice him apart!
Get back!
Sharper still.
Go Wayfinder, indeed.
Yeah! You can do it!
I've got this. The other Wayfinders, they're helping. I mean, granted, it's nice to have additional Wayfinders, but really it is. In the final analysis, it's all about me.
Try me. Such might.
An ocean trench!
A potent combination.
Touchdown, the crowd goes wild. No, actually, faster than last night for 6 minutes.
She was defeated. The Wayfinder was victorious.
Kill Barney gifts.
Sweet, sweet treasure.
The Wayfinder sure is strong.
I think the rare Rift Essences are probably the ones I
Indeed, they are a mighty warrior.
I am a mighty
One
warrior.
that
I'm mighty.
honored to have fought alongside. But it was not their strength.
I'll open up these boxes after.
It was everyone.
Stoic Alder is done telling his tale about how much of a badass I am.
All of us putting aside our
We are.
differences
I'm generous. I can
fighting
share that
insurmountable
credit and glory with
as
these,
one.
lesser
When we
Wayfinders.
all work together, the mountains shake and titans fall. Always remember that, young.
And Claire. I do like the convergence. For me, that's the best thing in the content. I think the convergence is noticeably better than the previous. Previous wasn't bad. I think this one's better.
Kill him!
Nugget of Rift Essence. Please do not eat. You're not the boss of me. We have a Rift Essence coffer. And a Rift Motivation. Yeah. Right. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to start making some of the combined essences since all the ones I have in the bank... I have, for instance, of these fine Rift Essences, I have a grand total of 5,335 of them. And about almost 2K of those. And over 1,000 of those. 1,026 of those, to be exact.
Better than moon loot.
Now we'll just pop open all of these. Put all the goodies away. The Magi's ornamented sword we can convert into globs of ectoplasm.
This is the only proper course.
Very nice. I just have to kind of threaten it, use that threatening tone of voice. And it's 2 full moon items, and I'm sending those to a guildie who really likes them and isn't currently able to devote much time to play. They are very cool. Not the mace, because I don't have the mace yet. I need to unlock that. Sorry, Faye. And unlock. I think I need one more. I think. Oh, that's all of them. That's the last one I needed. I have the full collection, more points. I have gotten 56. On Tuesday, I finished out the 21,000 achievement point, and I've hit 56 since then. Thank you very much. And we will now deconstruct that for more globs.
Power flow at 30%.
That time. It
Rerouting.
was worth a shot. And the convergences. I mean, if I was I might regret this once we get the back piece. Legendary available in 6 months, but for now, I think I need more of the rare Rift Essences, because I want to make more of the legendary light armor. I'm currently wearing 2 pieces on this character right now. Those are the chest. And pantaloons! And I'm wearing them cosmetically as well. The other pieces are not part and parcel of the same set. I just happen to have exquisite fashion sense. Let's see, if we head back to the Wizard's Tower. Bloop! We will convert some of our oof about sleeping time. Have a good night, and thank you for the stream. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And sleep well. Well and restfully. My Amazon voice activated device will often tell me to say pleasant dreams, and I'd rather just have no dreams at all, frankly. I get weird dreams.
You'll find everything you need here.
About the only constant in my weird dreams is
Spend most of my days
relatively
time
frequently
in
I'll get
balance.
one where I can't find my car.
Returning to my roots.
That's it.
Molten cast iron.
Can't find my car.
Calms my soul.
Is it Lear? Might be Lear who's got what I need. Or the mage? Maybe it's the mage. No, thought it was Lear. Where's Lear? Yeah, amalgamated Rift Essences. Really? Do I have to use 60 globs on each time? I gotta check. Make sure there isn't a cheaper recipe I'm missing. Amalgamated Rift Essence. Ah, that's just the recipe I've already got. So I can make them, I think. Yeah, it's a 400 crafting recipe, alright. So what I can do then is I can swap onto a character who's got that. And make a bunch. Well, maybe not a bunch, a few. Character select. Why yes, Bongo Smallberries would be the ideal choice. You are 100% correct. Rather strangely, my first character I created here was Lens. On launch day, actually before launch day, was the head start day. Immediately created him, got Lens, was very happy. Maybe 5-10 minutes later, I logged out of him after I got through, I guess, the prologue for the human. And went to create my second character, this little fellow, and the name Spongo was already taken. So I had to go with the full name from my Hobbit burglar from Lord of the Rings Online, Spongo Smallberries. The Smallberries I stole from Buckaroo Banzai. Amalgamated Rift Essences. 50 globs of ectoplasm. Well, that's cheaper than 60. I think we can all agree that that's just math.
Now, this is a find.
That's another one of the gifts that has to enter your inventory to get procced so it'll appear here if you already have one. They can't basically go through your inventory and your stash and all that looking for pieces. You have to like find them and drag them into your inventory and then toss them back. Alright. I also need to, before I forget, purchase a harvesting tool. At the back. Not there. I always like to keep one in the shared inventory spaces. It's kind of wasteful, but better than keeping an extra on each character. Oh, now that I actually have the teleport and then teleport back from the Mystic Forge, I'm not sure I need to keep 3 up there anymore. I will rethink that. Let's see how many bank spaces we just opened up. Quite a few. These were all full with the orange and green essences. Look at those legendary starter kits. I've used one so far. Let's see. I want to go back to Coffin Ed and get those out of his inventory. And then I'm going to call it an evening. I will send you off to another streamer so that for those of you who are chasing drops can continue to chase drops. I think the King of Achieves is who I will send you over to.
And then it'll just be the time gate stuff. That's all I'll have left to do. So...
That's his voice you hear. I'll be sending you over to him in just a second. As soon as I... Oh, that's guild. Don't want guild. Want just bank. Actual bank. So I'm going to send you over to Hellmasker, who was... I'm not sure that exactly where he placed due to the vagaries of the clock at the time. But he is one of the first 2 or 3, if not the first, to hit 50,000 achievement points. He's mental. But I'm going to send you off to him in just a second. If you're a Twitch viewer, can't do that with YouTube. Sorry. I want to thank all of you guys, Twitch and YouTube, for hanging out here. As always, I very, very much appreciate it. Probably back tomorrow. Don't know what I'll be playing, but if so, it will be at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, and morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. I might take a day. I'm not sure. Take a day off. Not sure what I'll be playing, but regardless, if I'm not back tomorrow, I'll be back the day after that. Tomorrow's Friday. I usually want to stream on Fridays and Saturdays. So, yeah, probably back tomorrow. Anyway, but I don't know what I'll be playing. But again, thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully you will see me soon. Let me go ahead and do that raid thing. Raid channel. Send you over to Hellmasker. Again, thanks guys for hanging out. As always, I do appreciate it. About 7 seconds and we'll be sending you over. Again, thanks guys. Have a great rest of your evening. Hopefully you see me soon. I'll catch you next time, and ciao for now. Raid on!